This is your debut novel. I know you've had a memoir that focused on working as your time as a transplant. Why did you want to write this?
I wanted to expand on some of the themes that I wrote in my memoir, and I felt like with fiction writing, you can actually wander here and there without any constraints whatsoever. So I enjoyed the freedom.
Okay, so did your background of what you do really transfer here as well?
It did. So much of what I saw in the hospital setting doing this kind of work where life and death is in the balance ended up in my novel. So it was very much informed by the work I did.
Okay, so can we assume that some of the characters are based on yourself or people you know?
They're combinations of people I know. There's not any one person that's actually one real person, but they're combinations of people I know.
Can you talk about a little bit about, even your pursuit as a transplant doctor as well? We see in the book the character kind of being forced to play out, I guess his role there. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, my character had very high expectations put on him by himself and others. He had a very steep rise in his career and then ran into a bit of trouble. And I wanted to show the sacrifice that this job requires. It's a love story in many ways, and he ultimately finds redemption in the end.
Okay, so a lot of the experience plays out in the Bay Area, which is fun for viewers to kind of relate to as well. Why'd you want to do that?
Well, I spent most of my professional career just up the road at Stanford, and I was very familiar with this area, and I wanted to have my character work in an area that I knew well. And so some of it is at Stanford and some of it is in the city at San Francisco.
Okay, which is kind of fun to see,
yeah,
especially for us here in the Bay Area to read a book like that as well. You also are the current principal of your consulting group. Focus is really on improving the delivery of transplant care. This is still so near and dear to your heart, the work that you've done.
Very much so. Everything I do is to try to make the care better for transplant recipients, so I work nationally with programs that might be struggling or they want to start a new program, and I have international clients as well.
All right, but this is your focus right now. All that really matters is the book. It sounds like we may see even more, maybe a continuation of it. Where do the characters go from here?
That's right. That's right. There's always a sequel, right?
All right, exactly. There can be in the miniseries, and who knows?